Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh
well,
my God.
we're already dancing the three-dimensional sphere.
I'm I'm trying to charge. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Now I'm ready.
Okay. Hi, Bari.
Sorry. Hello, Margarita. Yeah.
um, well, hello to you and to whoever is watching this recording. And this is an informal conversation with Bari Kim, um, an artist, a contact improviser, and she will tell later about herself through the questions that I will ask you, Bari. And I just also want to mention that this conversation is because you're coming to Russia in July and you'll be teaching at the festival near St. Petersburg, the Dancing Village. It's a contact improvisation and performance festival. And before that, a week before that, you will be in Moscow teaching an intensive, a 2 day intensive in contact improvisation. So, Bari, today I just want to ask you in general about contact improvisation and about your teaching, kind of about your experience. And I will ask you questions, but you can pick and choose. You can change them. You can make them your own. So, and we'll just see how it flows.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the first question is very general. Tell us, how did you first start dancing and practicing and also teaching contact improvisation? And the question is, uh, were there any circumstances that changed the usual state of your maybe personal and artistic dancing affairs, after which it was impossible not to dive into the world of contact improvisation, both as a practitioner and as a teacher, as an artist?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I met contact improvisation dance around it was 2000,
Mhm.
and I it was in the workshop actually because before I was uh, training myself more contemporary dance, but I one day I was also it was in the ballet class.
Mhm.
And then during the break, and at the time I had a long hair, and I had also this ballet, classical ballet hair in a style, this kind of
Okay,
style.
Bali.
And yes, yes. And I just like, how can I say, tie off all this bun. And then with this long hair, I was dancing freely. And then the teacher came to me and you cannot do like this. You should train yourself like once you complete like a one turn and two turn and three turns, and you really have to make a full effort to complete five turn. So you are more like extremely. She was emphasizing she was saying like you are almost like a slave of dance, so you really have to force yourself to train fully. And then if I think about this, I can understand what she meant, but at that time I felt like really sad because the reason why I danced, it was for freedom. And then, and when I heard this, the word slave, it was very traumatic for me. And then that was triggered me to find my own dance. So I started to try to find a way how I can meet my dance more like with a freedom. And I started to find all the dancers in Korea and choreographers, try to make a list, and then meet them, and then almost make an interview with them. And what is dance for you? And then every famous choreographers dancers, their answer is quite varied. And one dancer, she said, like make a movement from your arms, like make a turn, circle. It's your dance. And then one other choreographer, he said, you have to study music, as a professional musician. Then you can dance. And then the other choreographer, very famous, he told me, you really have to train your full body, and your toes should be really like you can control every body part. Otherwise, you cannot say you are the dancer. So every answers were very varied, and I mean, it was very good learning process for me to hear all the different answers from them. And then I started to find many different teachers to learn, especially improvisation dance. And then in the improvisation dance class, but it was for more like, it was from a woman art organization. It's more like for freedom for all the women. And then one teacher brought contact improvisation dance to the workshop. And then I was just amazed. And then I can feel this first feeling of this. I cannot express actually with the languages, but whenever I think about that moment, I have a goosebump, even still, because I cannot express anything from the words, but it just felt like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah. So I have this memory very deeply in my body and mind. First experience of contact improvisation dance. It was not like a technical class, but it's more than that. And after this, I keep just dancing contact improvisation dance and also improvisation dance as well. And also I could meet many beautiful teachers, especially from Europe. And I mean, I've also learned from Nancy Stark-Smith and many beautiful teachers. And I went to the graduate school in Korea. The major was choreography, but I could learn a lot about improvisation and contact improvisation from many great, beautiful dance teachers, from like Korean teachers, but also many foreign guest teachers from, especially from European area. So then in how many years? I started to teach contact improvisation and organize jams and classes around maybe like 2005. Yeah, I think I started to organize contact kind of event. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, while listening to your story, there were two times when I felt the goosebumps. First, we're telling that interaction with the teacher who told you to be a slave of the dance, and then I felt when you were talking about the freedom that you encountered during your first contact improvisation class. It's similar to my experience, because I got to know contact improvisation in academic setting in university in Canada as well. And I will not go into my story, but I see similar.
I love to hear.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Yeah, beautiful. The next question is it's kind of deep, but we will see where it leads us. What do you feel? What kind of harmony in the dance world, and maybe the world in general, kind of your approach to practicing and teaching contact improvisation restore? So what kind of harmony gets to be in the world when you teach and dance contact improvisation? So like, what do you think it serves, and where does it lead your students, participants, your dance colleagues? So like, what does it teach them? What does it change in them? So what does it change in the world? What kind of harmony restores, and what do you see it changes in individuals, if the question makes sense?
I think it's beautiful questions, actually. Already I'm learning a lot from your question. Thank you for bringing this question to me. Well, I'm not thinking about me actually. Only as a teacher, I feel like myself as a learner and student always, and of course dancer. So contact improvisation dance, and why I share this dance with the people, and why I practice or enjoy this contact improvisation dance. I've been thinking about this quite a lot because I would love to know what is contact improvisation dance for me and for my life and for also for others. But then I started to find a very precious meaning from contact improv dance is actually is everybody is dancing contact improv all the time. I mean, we are the human being. We cannot live independently. So we always are leaning each other in many different ways, not just physically, but also, we are super connected in many ways. We cannot see each other. We are using technology, but for that, many people are involved. And because from their ideas and their labors and their old efforts, we can meet. Now we can be contacted from them. So all this universal support, it's already, for me, it's dance. Movement, it's dance. And it's everything is involved. It's already contacted. And all this movement involved, it's always, it's not actually controlled by one person. It cannot be. So it's really improvising. And we want to use this, but in a more positive way, in a good way, more like, but we also should open ourselves because it's unpredictable. So all these things, I found everything is dancing within contact and improvising. So and then from this kind of realization, I started to regard this dance form not just as a dance form, but for like how can I say, as a life philosophy, kind of. As a how I see the world, how I perceive the human body, and how I perceive not just human body, everything, not just living being, but not also everything, and also how I practice this dance, because there are so many different ways to approach this contact. And then I also try in different ways and research and also questioning, and still it's ongoing process. But these days I'm quite my focus is listening. But listening can be very like a general term.
Yes.
But also, general term also for the contact improvisation dance, we are listening through touch and for everything. but especially in this era, because we actually don't have many chance to listen each other. There are always saying, expressing, identifying and explaining all this about like proving myself and yourselves. But then it's like a radical. The listening itself can be very. So contact improvisation dance, I can act radically also, and then how to listen and listen to what. So it brought me to the more, it opened me to many beautiful pathway actually. And I also started to study Asian philosophy and Korean philosophy, and also Korean Zen and Buddhism, and like Zhangzi and Laozi, it's Chinese philosophers, and also about like body mind centering. I'm body mind centering also practitioner, and but also how can I have a I'm quite considering about like a frame of seeing the world. So I want to have a root. So these days I'm really studying quite deeply about this like non-dualistic way, how to perceive the world. So through listening, so how I listen to the listening, how the space is listening to me. So this kind of not only me listen to you, but how I listen to you listen to me. So this kind of approach, I'm quite into it. Beautiful. And also try to bring the wisdom to the body. From the books and from beautiful lecture and from the conversation with you, how can I dance within this beautiful communication? So then for this, improvisation and especially contact improvisation can be beautiful, like a field. Yeah, for that.
Yeah, beautiful. It's very interesting. I'm listening to you right now, and the words that you're saying are straightforward. We're not talking about, I don't know, doctorates or whatnot. But there was like a wave of goosebumps again, just something relaxing in my body. Yeah, just kind of feeling the embodiment of what you're saying. So I'm always like it soothes or calms my heart and the body when like what we are talking about. Well, at least to me, it makes sense. I've heard that before, but it's not the hearing or the knowing, but the actual exchange, the feeling full state, the direct experience of it. I'm just feeling it behind your words. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you. And also because like your question was including about like teaching and also the changes of participants.
Yes.
Because I this morning and also yesterday I was teaching tuning practice here in Chiang Mai. Tuning practice, I guided this tuning practice since 2017. But one of the reasons why I share this practice with the participants, because one day when I taught some kind of specific class, maybe it was about contact improvisation dance, but with a specific theme. And not just one day, but many participants said, "Oh, I'm not good at this. Maybe I need more like time to train and or I'm very shy because there are more advanced dancers. I'm very kind of afraid of like to harm them or something like this. They are always talking about they are not enough. And I also when I felt a little bit kind of sad because for me they are perfectly beautiful as a dancer, as a dancing being. But once they are into the class or they are into some kind of dancing field, and they always I'm afraid of like also they are have their inner critic, and then they judge themselves like not enough, not enough. And then I was thinking like how we can discover our own beautiful dance, which is already in it. So I'm still thinking about this, like how we can discover our own dance and music, which is already played now. So now, even now. So this has been one of my aim to share dance and to kind of activate their motivation to discover their own dance. And then it's not just about attain more confidence, but it's about opening potential which you have already. So I think it's really important also. So it's not from my knowledge, it's from your knowledge, your wisdom, your intelligence. So that's I can say I'm learning from you.
Yeah.
So I'm here to learn from you, and you are here learn from yourself, and also maybe I can be little inspiration for you. So this is my also the process of sharing the dance. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I'm listening to you speak, and I'm excited for the workshop in Moscow. Just mentioning the process.
I'm not making. I don't want to make an expectation for you, but just
no. But in a good way. It's just like I'm kind of imagining the space for myself, and kind of creating the space for participant, like before we create the physical space, like the intention. And it's just such a beautiful, the aim that you described, the kind of the intention for the workshop is for people to, because I always ask myself that same question as a dancer and as an organizer of events and as a teacher, like, what is this for? Okay, another workshop. Okay, another festival. But you're naming it right now. Okay, like again and again, we're returning to like this living process and rediscovering the beauty of it. And again, the words that I'm saying right now, I've said them before, but the actual coming back to that, feeling that beauty, connecting to it, and letting it be, express, move in the direct experience of it, we'll find the meaning and the beauty. And to me, you're saying that right now. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So
and can I add?
Sure, please go ahead. Yeah.
Because these recently, I was very happy. It was very happy moment, and then also it was like one of the tuning practice. And then one day I found from the participants, because I was also dancing with them, and then I found all of us. I mean, like you and me. I'm the master, and you are the master, and you are the guru, and the best dancer, and best teacher, and best master of your dance, which is only nobody have. You are the only master of your dance in the universe. So when I meet you, when I grateful to touch this master's body and movement. And I'm very thrilled to learn of the dance, which is already master, the master, universal master. So like, I learned from the moment and from the people. And then after this kind of very happy realization, I also more enjoyable to dance with people and learn from them because they are the only one master in the universe.
Yes.
So
Yes. Beautiful. I enjoy Buddhist philosophy as well, and I practice. And what you're saying to me reminds me of that idea from Buddhism, like the Buddha within each individual, each person. It's kind of for the innate goodness, the uniqueness of each living creature, and the Buddha within everything, and also within each dancer, each person, and etc. So what you're saying reminds me of that. Bari, I'm just looking at the because I have the free Zoom. Let me stop the meeting right now, and I'll send you another link. So we just don't. I don't want to interrupt you with in the middle.
No.
Okay, I'll send you another link.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.